Our first guest is a star of the NBC show Chuck, and this summer he's heading up the nerd headquarters at Comic-Con. Oh my God, welcome back, Zachary Levi! Don't get me shot up in here, man.
Stop it.
Are you here to see me, or are you here to see Don?
I'm here to see Don Mattingly, bro. Come on.
Wait,
I love you. I'm always here to see you. But when they told me, they said, hey, come on, we want you to do the show again, and the second guest going to be Don Mattingly. I'm like, yeah, please sign me up. Whatever I can do, I'll be there. Right
but
on.
You're serious. You're a big Dodger fan,
dude,
right?
Well, I'm a huge Dodger fan. I'm from Southern California. But aside from that, right?
Oh, so you're one of those kids.
Dude, Don Mattingly, I wasn't even a Yankee fan, but Don Mattingly was my favorite slugger growing up. I literally have page after page after page of Don Mattingly, rookie cards, the whole nine.
And how old is this little booklet?
I don't even know, like 15 years. Oh, I'm going to have Don have Fernando sign. Fernando? Little Fernando?
Hey, we look alike. I'll sign it. Hey, so seriously, this is, are you going to have Don Mattingly sign all your stuff?
Every single one of them. I was going to bust in his interview, but I was like, that's going to be unprofessional.
Well, wait a minute. So how did you have time to do all this?
Because I was, well, I mean, you know, when you're a kid, you
but
collect
you were
baseball
a nerd,
cards.
right?
Of course, yeah, but a nerd just means you're passionate about something. I was a baseball card nerd when I was growing up. I mean, that's what I did. I collected baseball cards.
You weren't a nerd for chicks?
I mean,
look at this dude.
Every little boy's a nerd for chicks. Every little boy's a nerd for video games, especially growing up. I love video games and comic books and baseball and girls. That's what I like.
Okay, all right. What have you been doing since Chuck's been on break?
Well, Nerd HQ stuff like we were talking about before. I had jury duty. Anybody had jury duty before? You ever had to do that?
But what, they don't let you get out of it.
Well, you can try. Like, you know, they ask all these questions like, you know, are you, is the case that you're looking at, is it something that's like personal? Like, do you know the people involved or whatever? And people are coming up with all kinds of crazy excuses, trying to get out, and we're all sitting around going, yeah, liar, liar. And then sometimes, you know, because I was sitting in there and I thought, well, I don't know, maybe because I'm on TV, maybe they'll say like, well, we don't want you disturbing anybody in the jury or whatever. And so the judge says, well, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm an actor. And then I think she said something like, do you wait tables as well? And I was like, no, thank God. I don't have to do that as well. That's good. And then I was the last person picked to be on the jury. And then for anybody who's been on a jury, right, so they actually picked 13 jurors because they have to have an alternate. But they picked the 12 of us, and we're up in the box, and then they picked the 13. And I thought, well, that's going to be the alternate for the case. But we listened to the whole case, and then at the end, before you go and start, you know, doing all your talking and deliberating, which, by the way, it is nothing like Law and Order or Boston. You know what I mean? It's like, you're like, oh, yeah, this is really, although it's fascinating, but it's not nearly as dramatic, you know.
But you didn't did you get a case? Did you get a big murder case?
No, it wasn't a murder case. No. If it was, I don't think I could talk to you about it right now, or I'd probably have to kill you.
All right, that's cool.
Something like that. And then we would have jurors for our case because I just killed you.
Did they recognize you in the court?
Yeah, well, the bailiff, there was a bailiff from a whole other courtroom. I'm sitting in the hallway waiting to go back into the court one of the days, and I'm on my phone, I'm texting, whatever, and I see this bailiff out of the corner of my eye, this giant dude, start making a beeline for me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong, I shouldn't be on my phone, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And the guy comes up to me, and right as he gets to me, big smile, goes, hey man, I'm a huge fan. Me and the wife, we watch all the time. Can I get a picture with you? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. Do you have any friends in the CHP? Because I got a couple of tickets I'd like to try. I don't have any tickets. I mean, I've gotten them in the past. Anyway, but yeah, no.
What do you get tickets for? What?
Speeding? I don't know. What does anybody get tickets? What do you get tickets for? Reckless driving?
Of course. I got out of jury duty one time. They walked up to me and they said, listen, I don't know how you got your orange jumpsuit off, but get behind that glass. Get your ass behind that glass. Okay, so now you're done with jury duty, thankfully, because that can go on forever.
Yeah, it was like a 3-day case. It was perfect. I had the time. We're off work right now, so it worked out.
Yeah, and
I got to serve my civil duty, by the way.
Right, as an American.
It's important. You got to do that. And I know I'm a little bit of a masochist because I actually kind of wanted to do it. It's that like, little part of you that's like, I kind of want to be on a jury and see what it's like. And I did that. And all right, I've done it now.
Okay, so tell us about what you're doing at Comic-Con, because you are like the king of the nerds now.
Well, look, man, I'm a nerd, like I was saying. I'm all about video games and all that stuff. And Comic-Con has been this incredible experience for our show. You know, we have a lot of love and a lot of passion down there. And so, but I realized that there's like a nerd triple crown. There's Comic-Con, which is like entertainment related, right? And then there's this thing called E3, which is the gaming expo that comes to LA. And then there's this other thing called CES, which is all technology. But most people can only afford, if you're flying from anywhere in the country, you can only afford to go to one of them. So I want to give fans this experience where it's a one-stop shop. They can play video games that aren't out yet. They can play with technology that's not out yet. And then we're going to have all these panels for charity. And it's a real intimate, like 250-person panel. So like if you're a fan of Firefly or Battlestar Galactica or something like that, we're going to have those casts, and you pay a minimum $20 donation, and you get to secure a seat, and it all goes to charity.
Wow, that's great. Yeah. Isn't that great? Now, your fans are dedicated fans. They're very passionate about what you do.
Incredibly, incredibly passionate. The most incredible fans in the world. Although sometimes they do.
Did they write you letters?
They get a little confused sometimes, which we're about to dive into. Hold on a second. So
pants are a little tight.
These are a little tight. I like form fitting. So I gotta. Y'all just need to calm down. Y'all just need to calm down. So I got.
Are those apple-bottom jeans?
Boots with the fur. So I got a letter, and it was mailed to me. It had my address. I'm like, okay, rock and roll. And it's from a fan in Thailand. I'm like, okay, cool. So I open this up. It begins. Hello, Justin Bieber. Hello, Justin Bieber. My name is Caleb, and I'm 11 years old, and I'm from New Zealand, but he lives in Thailand. I'm like, well, that's a very nice letter, Caleb. I appreciate that. I am not the Biebs. However, I felt it only appropriate to write him a response letter.
You wrote back even though you're not Justin?
Well, I think, you know what I mean? He doesn't know. It's not making it to Justin, and I don't want his feelings to get hurt in any way, shape, or form. And I'm sure Justin got my letter, and I don't know what Justin's doing with that. So, so this is my response letter. Dearest fan, dearest Caleb, he says to Justin, because I wanted to write as Justin. He says he's got a great voice, and Justin Bieber has got a great voice. So dearest fan, writing as Justin here. I know I have a great voice. Thanks. Thanks for mentioning it. What do you think of my hair? You know who is a really good singer? That guy from that Disney cartoon classic Tangled. I forget his name. Yeah. But thank you. But he is also so handsome. He is so handsome.
And he's got an apple-bottom jeans.
Should I continue?
Yeah.
All right. So he's so handsome part. I might have to write a song about him. He's on that great show Chuck that's moving to Friday nights this fall. You should set your DVR right now. You have to listen to me. I'm Justin effing Bieber. So I don't know.
Check out Zach's nerd headquarters at Comic-Con in San Diego, July 21st. I love you, man. Zachary Levi, we're gonna come